It's been over 3 months since I started using ASUS ROG Zephyrus. Honestly, I didn't expect it to become such a big part of my daily setup. When I first got it, I thought I would just use it for gaming or travel, but now it's literally been my main work and editing laptop. I've been using it for everything, like editing YouTube videos, designing thumbnails, managing shoots, and of course, sneaking few gaming sessions at night. And as someone who used MacBook Pro for years, like this was kind of a big switch because you know how Apple's laptops just work, super optimized, quiet, and a great battery life. So I was curious how could a gaming laptop could actually fit into creators' workflow and lifestyle without being overkill or a headache to manage. And to be honest, this laptop is powerful, portable, and kind of perfect middle ground between work and play. But when you actually start using it day to day, you start noticing things you won't see in the first week. Alright, let's start with one thing I was honestly most worried about when I bought this laptop. That was the battery life. So I'm coming from a MacBook Pro and I was just used to unplugging and working anywhere for hours without thinking about it. So when I switched to Zephyrus G14, I was generally concerned about how long it will last in real life, not just the spec sheet says. Now, after 3 months of use it every day, I would say it's not amazing. Like it's not terrible either, but on light stuff like browsing, writing scripts, or watching YouTube, I usually get around 6 to 7 hours, which is fine. But once I start doing heavier stuff like editing videos or working in Lightroom or multitasking with a bunch of Chrome tabs open, the battery starts draining fast, like really fast. To be honest, this laptop sometimes drops from 100% to like 20% within 2 hours. That's a lot. Like if you are using this laptop for like travel purposes, that's not going to be good because this laptop worth $3,000 and we're not supposed to be having all these errors and the bugs. Someone actually commented in my first video of ASUS that if there's any bugs or errors in this laptop, then it shouldn't be worth $3,000. I completely agree. When I first bought it, it used to give me 6 to 7 hours of battery life, like if I'm editing 4K project or like editing photos or using Lightroom or listening music, used to perform really good. But now after 3 months, it's now, actually from the last month, it's dropped down to 5 to 6 hours. I don't know why all the Windows laptops in the beginning, like they perform really well, but after a few months or the years, they start dropping the performance. That's not the case with the MacBooks. They work the same, even if you buy 5 years old laptop, it's still gonna work same. I have seen this from so many years and that's the same case with this laptop. It's just been 3 months and the battery start draining. So yeah, that's something you have to keep in mind if you are more into 4K editing. If you're buying this laptop for Photoshop, for video stuff, keep in mind the battery drains really fast. Now the good thing is you can actually tweak the settings. So you can go to the army crate, you can turn up the GPU power, so you can actually save a little bit more battery life if you turn it off. It's good for the people who do like basic work like scripting, editing photos, or sometimes just listening music. It's good for that. Again, if you're buying this laptop for like multitasking, like for video editing first, like me, that solution is not gonna work. Like that is just for some basic stuff, not for video editing. Because for the video editing, we do need GPU for export and to add some heavy motion graphics. So yeah, that's something you'll have to keep in mind. But if you're just using this laptop for gaming and some basic stuff, you can definitely turn up the GPU power and it can save you a lot of battery life. It does get charged 100% within 30 minutes. Before doing this video, I actually charged it and it's same. Like since I bought it, it's same. It gets fully charged within 30 minutes. So yeah, that's something I like. But yeah, it's good. Like it does get charged within 30 minutes, but it's good, but it's not good like MacBooks. Like my MacBook Pro M3, it does get charged within 15 minutes, like fully charged. So that's something I like about the MacBooks. Not a huge thing, but that's like double the time it takes. I don't know why, but it might be because it has a heavy GPU. That might it takes. The battery life overall, it's definitely not MacBook level, but for a gaming laptop, I think it's pretty powerful. I would say it's reasonable. When I first got it, I was honestly scared like it would die halfway through a project. But after learning how to manage the modes and the charging, it's been totally fine for me. Like if you're planning to use it mostly plugged or like occasionally unplugged for light stuff, you will be good. But if you're expecting all the battery life like a MacBook, this isn't kind of the machine. This is my first laptop with the OLED screen, and that's the first time I got introduced with the OLED screen. I'll be honest with you guys, I never used to have any OLED TVs or any OLED laptops before. This is my first laptop with the OLED screen. I love it. Right in front of MacBook. I don't like to compare the displays, but since I have the MacBook, so that's the only laptop I can compare with. This one is better. I don't care like how the MacBook displays are. This one is better. I don't care. I have both laptops, so I'm not taking any side. Like ASUS didn't pay me for anything. It's my personal experience. I like OLED screens are better. I never used to own any OLED screens like before, so that's my first laptop. I was blown away, like how beautiful it looked. So if you like to watch like movies or like TV shows, you guys gonna love the display. Such a beautiful screen, and the colors really pop, and the text looks sharp, and for the gaming, oh my goodness, like I don't want to say about the gaming, like you guys have to feel the experience when you do the gaming on this laptop. They look amazing. Like it feels like real world experience, like something like that. Yeah, I can't put it in words, but OLED display experience on this laptop is amazing. Creators like me, color accuracy matters a lot, and this one's actually 100% DCI-P3, so which is great when I edit photos or color grade videos. When I see here, it's pretty close to what I get after exporting, which hasn't been the case with other Windows laptop. On my MacBook, the color always looked like a little bit more Apple polished, but Zephyrus holds up surprisingly well. The laptop has 500 nits of brightness, which is pretty good if you like to travel, if you like to sit outdoors, and like to edit photos or the videos. I think 500 to 600 nits of brightness is a lot for the laptops. I know some of the laptops, like on the MacBooks, you have like 1000 nits of brightness. That's a lot. But I think, according to my experience, I never had any problem with 500 nits of brightness on this laptop. It's pretty good if you like to stay outdoors, like to edit photos, or if you are a student, like to edit. Like to do the assignments, or like to use your laptop in the park or like in the cafes, you're not going to have any problem. It's just me. I like to edit photos in the cafes. So yeah, I never had any problem with the harsh sunlights. 500 nits of brightness is pretty good for watching content and editing the photos. Since this laptop comes up with 120 Hz of a refresh rate, everything feels super smooth. Same like MacBook experience, like you do get the Pro motion, and especially when you're gaming, you're just navigating around Windows, and the motion feels instant. Like honestly, once you get used to the refresh rate, it's really hard to get back to the 60 Hz of a display. I actually don't know if someone talked about the glares of this laptop. This laptop has like really less glares. Like if you put it in front of the light, yeah, you can do an experiment on your own. Like, yes, it does such a good job, like better than the MacBooks. Even with the latest MacBooks, this one performs really good. Like for the glares, I'll give it to the ASUS because they did such a great job. There are some glares, like I won't say like this laptop doesn't have any glares. It has some glares, but really less. You guys won't even notice like this laptop has any glare side. This laptop is not gonna have any issues with the glares. I mean, just a tiny bit, it's fine, but not a lot. So if you're someone who works on creative stuff and also games, this panel gives you the most of both worlds, which is actually good because you can use this laptop for literally everything. I mean, you can travel with it. You don't have to carry 2 laptops around, and which is gonna be really heavy. Now for the design, I know most of the people want to know like how do I feel about design after 3 months. I think I said it in my first video that I'll let you know guys after 3 months what I feel about the design, because this laptop I had like mixed feelings. It was looking minimalistic and beautiful, but I was not sure. Now since it's been 3 months, I can say this laptop is beautiful. Like it does look premium when you hold it. It doesn't look like any typical gamer laptop. Like to be honest, if I had to pick this black and space black, I would go for this color. This one is, I don't know, just because it has a matte finish, and space black, I don't know, it gives like a weird colors in the lighting. This one Like if you put more lighting in front of it, it's gonna change the color, but it looks beautiful. But it's not the case with the MacBook Space Black. That just looks weird and like way too black when you put it in front of lighting. So yeah, that's something I noticed. It looks super sleek, super beautiful, and it's not even bulky. Like, you know, the most typical gamer laptops, they look bulky, and you can tell like it's a gamer laptop. It has some weird stickers on the top, logos, like green colors. This one doesn't have anything. Clean black color laptop. I like it. Like I'm really impressed. Like I don't usually say like this kind of stuff with the laptops, but yeah, this one is pretty. It's beautiful. I will give 10 out of 10 for the design and the color of this laptop. It's such a beautiful one. The laptop doesn't catch fingerprints a lot. Like I had this problem with my MacBooks. If you have some oily hands or some moisty hands, then you can have a lot of fingerprints on the MacBooks, especially with the Space Black. This laptop does not have that problem. I'm gonna do a little experiment in front of you. No fingerprints. You can't see anything. I think this laptop has a matte finish, that's why there's no fingerprints. The keyboard on Zephyrus was honestly one of my favorite parts of this laptop. It's super comfortable to type on. Keys have a nice soft travel and they're not too shallow like a MacBook and not too spongy either. It just feels right. Like after 3 months, the keys still feels consistent, not weird rattles or like mushy sports. If you guys have watched my first ASUS laptop video, I mentioned that already. I love the keyboard on this laptop. The layout is pretty amazing. I like the key travel. It's 1.7 millimeters. So that's pretty good. I don't like the MacBook keyboards at all because I always have to use my external keyboard. If you guys don't like to use any external keyboard, yeah, this laptop has such a great keyboard. Key travel like 1.7 millimeters. That's a lot for scripting, editing, gaming. That's a lot. Now the trackpad of this laptop has a mixed bag. It's definitely better than the most Windows laptop I have ever used. ASUS actually improved a lot here, but to be honest, like it's not up to the MacBook level. The keyboard is actually better than the MacBook, but the trackpad is still, they have to work on. Sometimes it lags or sometimes it just doesn't work at all. If I'm being honest, it's not up to that precision. And sometimes like you do get some problems, it doesn't follow your fingers. So yeah, those kind of little tiny details, I think ASUS can fix that. It's not a huge problem, like sometimes it's just like you're using too many apps, you're doing multitasking, it lags, but yeah, most of the time it works, but sometimes like just those tiny little lags, I don't like it. Yeah, so that's the only thing I noticed with the trackpad. Overall, for a compact laptop, ASUS actually nailed the typing experience. If you do a lot of writing, editing, or just general work, this keyboard is really satisfying to use. And while the trackpad isn't quite at the Apple level, it's definitely one of the best on the Windows machine this size. If you guys haven't watched my last video, this laptop has AMD Ryzen 9 with 32 gigs of RAM, 1 TB SSD, and RTX 5060. So this laptop is pretty packed. Like it has the upgraded GPU and 1 TB of SSD, that's a lot, and 32 gigs of RAM. So yeah, for the multitasking, you're not gonna have any problem. I'm using this laptop as my main laptop for the last 3 months. Yes, it's such a good laptop for multitasking. App launched really fast, like switching between tasks is super smooth, and honestly I never felt a slowdown even with like heavy multitasking. Now for the creative work, that's where I really pushed it. I added all my videos in the Premiere Pro and also done it like a lot of photo editing in Lightroom and the Photoshop. In the Premiere, like playback of 4K footage is super smooth, especially if your GPU's acceleration. I can scrub it through the timelines and effects and even color grade without any lag. Even when I stack multiple layers or do transitions, it stays pretty responsive. Like when I first bought it, I had like few problems in the Premiere Pro, like on the timeline. It used to get laggy and you know, the overall experience wasn't good and wasn't like responsive, because if you're coming from a really good machine like MacBook, you can really feel it. Like it's built for gaming, like not for editing, and you have those kind of problems in the laptop. I think it happened because it was a brand new laptop and I was trying to push really harder, like within 2 to 3 days, and you know, all of the new laptops or the new machines, they take some time to adjust. Now after 3 months, I don't have that problem anymore. On the timeline, it's pretty smooth. I can edit photos, I can edit videos, they work pretty good. Still, sometimes it does lag. I won't say like, you know, that problem is gone. There's no problem anymore. Yes, it does lag sometimes in the Premiere. When I edit videos without the charger, then laptops start getting lag. When I use the charger, then yeah, it works like really smooth. I don't know why, but I don't like to do that. Like, I don't want my laptops to be like putting in the charger all the time. If I want to edit, like, what if I'm sitting in a plane, I want to edit the videos, I can't do that. So like, I can't use my time. If I want to edit a video, I have to, so sometimes it's just like, I get really upset, like why it happens or why can't they fix it? Like why we can't use all the power if it's not on the battery. But yeah, it is what it is. They do spin up, but you won't hear much. Like they don't make any noise. Yeah, that's something I like. Like, if you're sitting in the airport and if you're doing like multitasking, they do spin up, but you can't hear anything. Like, did pretty good job handling the noise issues. Now let's talk about the gaming, because after all, it's a gaming laptop. So gaming on this laptop, it's amazing. Like, I can't explain, it's amazing. I haven't had any problems yet, like within 3 months. It's been great. Like, I don't usually buy the laptops for gaming, but since I have it, I think now I don't have to carry 2 laptops. If I travel, I can easily play like AAA games, heavy titles. I know sometimes we can change the settings of the games, but I don't like to change the settings of the games so I can see the actual performance. With default settings, yes, the experience is pretty great. With 120 Hz of a refresh rate, everything feels super fluid and responsive. Of course, all that powers come up with a trade-off, heat and fan noise. When you're pushing it like editing or gaming, it does get warm up, especially around the top of the keyboard area, but it's not burning hot. You will definitely feel it. The fans also get loud, especially in the performance or like turbo mode. They're not crazy loud, but definitely noticeable if you're in a quiet room. I usually keep it in like silent mode when I'm doing regular work. That keeps things much calmer. Thermal performance over, like, it's been solid though, like no thermal throttling so far. It does get like warm up, not heat up, like top of the keyboard area, so you can definitely feel it if you're like typing, that you can feel a little warming on your fingers, like a tiny bit. If you are playing games or like editing videos, Cyberpunk or something, like those games are really heavy, then yes, it gets heat up, like not warm up. I don't play like heavy title games, but I actually tried it. It gets heat up, so I actually uninstalled it because I don't want to damage this laptop. But yeah, keep in mind, if you want to play heavy title games, don't do that because you can damage this laptop. So I actually took Zephyrus with me on a recent trip. To be honest, it was easy to pack and it handled everything like editing, watching movies, and a bit of gaming really well. Performance-wise, no issues at all. It just felt as fast as when I'm at home. As usual was the battery. I have to keep the charger nearby most of the time, but overall it made traveling way easier since I didn't need to bring any second laptop. Alright, now after 3 months, if you guys ask me if I still recommend this laptop, yes, go for it. ASUS is not paying me for this video. He asked me to give you guys 3 months of a review video, so here it is. This whole video was based on my personal experience. It might be different for every single person, but overall, like, whatever I felt about this laptop, I think is totally worth it. One thing I think, if ASUS is planning to make another laptop next year, I think they can really fix the battery. If you guys have watched the video from starting to end, I complained a lot about the battery because battery is really bad on this laptop. Like, so if you guys are someone who likes to travel a lot, I would definitely not recommend this laptop because you will be needing the charger the whole time. Like, I think after 5 to 6 hours, if you do edit a lot, if you're not traveling a lot, if you're a student or like someone who's like me who likes to edit videos or the photos and not traveling a lot, then you can go for this laptop. But if you're looking at a laptop which has like gaming, a good performance, multitasking, and you can edit the videos or the photos too, plus this laptop has OLED display. So yeah, you're getting a really good pack in $3,000. I know it's not a cheap laptop, it's really expensive. Like, not everyone can afford it. So That's a really expensive laptop. And yeah, if you guys want me to make a 6 months of a review video on this laptop, I can definitely do it. But yeah, that's it for this video, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.